Breaking news from the Nigerian military. It is Fulani S-men from the foreign nations that are killing people in Benue and Plateau, not the Nigerian Fulani. The Nigerian military has confirmed this, and it's on the front pages of the newspaper. And like I said, we're going to show you the facts. It is the foreign Fulani S-men that are killing people, not the Nigerian S-men. That's what the Nigerian military is telling all Nigerians. And we saw last week how the governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Alia, he said that Fulani from Mali are killing his people, not the Nigerian Fulanis. But if you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comment, click the like button, and also share this video with others. The Waymaker, what do you have to say? You are from the middle belt part of Nigeria, Kogi State to be precise. We see the war in middle belt by the Fulanis, but military is saying that it is the Fulanis from the middle belt, not Nigerian Fulanis. What do you have to say about this?
I think this is shameful to what Nigerian military are telling Nigerians, that a foreigner now have the capacity to come and be killing Nigerians and they have nothing to do about. But let me say, why is CDS talking with two mouths? CDS Musa was the one that told Bola Ahmed Tinubu that the problem in the north is between the herders and the farmers. Now you are coming again, you are telling us that people who are killing are no longer the herders and the farmers, are the Fulani from other neighboring countries. What are they doing to stop them? Is that what Nigeria want to hear? The answer is no. Is that what we are wasting taxpayers' money, paying them salary, buy jet for them? Is that what Nigeria do? So what Benue people now should say, oh, it is foreigners that are coming to kill us, they should be happy? You should provide solutions to stop these people. If you know that they are foreign herdsmen, not Nigeria, find a way to stop them. That's what we're saying. Not come and tell Nigeria, oh, the Fulani men that are killing Nigeria, they are not Nigeria. What are you doing to stop them? If
Can they be stopped?
they can be stopped. They can be stopped. Tell Nigeria, how can we differentiate between Nigerian Fulani and the Hausa Fulani? And this is where I said Buhari must be called to question. Let Buhari face the court the same way Mazen Abdekano is facing court. Buhari should explain to Nigeria how this Fulani ethnic came into Nigeria in 2015. Are we asking too much? We are in this country where Buhari told Nigeria, if Jonathan is forcing himself against Nigeria in 2015, he will make his government ungovernable. And we saw from 2015 how this Fulani ethnic moved from different parts of Africa and they came into Nigeria. Who brought them? How did they come in? Before 2015, where this APC take over from PDP, it was only Boko Haram we were fighting with. But the moment Buhari came in, he brought his Fulani agenda by importing Fulani from Africa to Nigeria. And today they are taking over the country. Buying people, taking people land. Every region as we speak, they are killings. And you are here telling us that, oh, it is Fulani from outside that are coming to kill. What do you do to stop them? And the most painful part of it that is Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not doing the needful. He's not even talking about the killing. But yesterday you can go to Anambra State, go there to go and commission something and do things. People are dying in my state, in my region. They are killing people in Benue, they are killing people in Plateau. They are not doing anything about it. Now the governor you are talking about, I don't want to use a word of shameless to me because it's so disappointing for a governor to come to a national television and be telling his people that it is foreigners that are coming to kill him. What are you doing about it to stop this foreigner, to stop killing your people? And that's why I said it before the general elections. That whoever that win, whether Obi that win, whether Atiku, whether this Tinubu that win, if they did not do two things, Nigeria cannot be better. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not look at me that I'm a small boy. He should look at the advice I'm giving to him, else he will fail the way Buhari failed. You either restructure this country or you divide the country, let everybody go. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu refuse to do these two advice I gave to him, I'm sorry that he's going to fail woefully more than Buhari. As it is now, restructure the country, let everybody be on their own, let everybody wake up, let every region protect themselves. Oh, you want to be man of all, you want to be Alpha and Omega, you are the one. The people from the east must respect you, the people from the north must respect you. People will keep dying on a daily basis. The America will copy this democracy for. How did America practice this democracy? By restructuring. Donald Trump cannot wake up this morning and remove the governor of Florida. It's not done. The power is less for Donald Trump to do that because these people, they feel that, oh, let everybody respect me. Today, where is Buhari? Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have it in his, we should know that whether 4 years or 8 years, he's going to leave that office. And if he leaves, what will people talk about him? Today, how many people are calling Buhari to that to speak? The same thing will also happen to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu should drop the pride. He should drop, oh, if I restructure the country, now people will no longer respect me again. Why can't you do it for your children? Why can't you do it for your grandchildren? If peradventure Bola Ahmed Tinubu spend 8 years and leave and hand over the power to the north, what would be the fate of the Yorubas? What would it be the fate of Nigeria? The earlier the best. Let's stop prolonging the evil days. Restructure this country now so that you can save life. Restructure this country now to give Nigeria a better life. This one Nigeria you join us together, every information has to come from the top, is killing Nigerians. It's not give us good head. Look at our economy, is in shambles. If you allow Southwest to be on their own, Lagos alone is big enough to contain the Southwest state. You could see that the Yoruba will live far better life than what we are living now. You allow the middle belt, where I came from, my middle belt, we control ourselves, we control our resources, we control our security. We will live a better life. You allow everybody to be under the umbrella of one Nigeria. One man will sit in Abuja to decide what happened in every other region. It's consuming Nigeria.
Now we are looking at the fact that also people are saying that our fathers that fought for the independence of Nigeria, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Ahmadu Bello, Babafemi Awolowo, all of them, Sana Sokoto, Tafawa Balewa, they will be regretting seeing that this is how the country. Do you think that people that fought for Nigeria, I mean, in the independence, that they may be getting now with the way things are going?
Yeah, of course, Peter Obi look at the eyes of Yakubu Gowon and told him, Jonathan, the rest of them who present in the Clark burial, and he told him that you people should stop saying that, oh, let the labor of our hero not be in vain. The labor of the hero, the name of the people you just mentioned, their labor is in vain. What we see today under Bola Ahmed Tinubu under APC, whereby democracy, there's nothing like democracy. All we have now is dictatorship. You see now they go after celebrity, now they go over activism now. And these are what the people fight for. This is what Gowon and the rest of them have fought for. Today now every gun have gone to the drain, whereby they now turn and get a one-party system. All of them are crossing to APC because the politicians, they think of themselves, they don't think of the masses. If the masses who voted for you, they voted for you under the umbrella of, under the platform of PDP or under the platform of Labour Party or under the platform of Senate Party, you now decided to wake up because of your selfish interest, because you have stored the resources of the state, you have stored the resources of the masses, you now decided to move to the APC. As Oshobole have once said that once you come to APC, your sin will be forgiven. Then did they have the interest of the masses at heart? That's the problem. That the hero, the labor of the heroes is in vain. Because this is not the kind of the Nigeria they dream of. A Nigeria now whereby a medical doctor have to sell its hospital and move to UK, to move to a different country to go and survive, go and be doing caregiver, go and be washing plate for Nibo. Is that the country our forefathers fight for? No.
And number two, the people that fought for Nigeria's unity during the Civil War, do you think that again, after with the way the country is going, that they'll be regretting that probably they should have let everybody find their way, that they shouldn't have fought for Nigeria unity? What do you think?
So as I speak to you now, Gowon is the number one because he was the one the British used. As I speak to you, if Nigeria will have divided, there will have been a better thing. We will have been far better than where we are now because like the Igbos, they will have been the Japan of Africa. They will have been the China of Africa now. And Africa does not have any business to go to China, to go to any business to go to Japan, to import things. We have been doing it. We have the talent in Africa here. The Igbos are the one God has given the brain in Africa here. But you look at how the British, they mastermind the brain of Gowon by hiding the eyes, by telling Gowon, go there, go and stop them. Today you stop the Biafra not to come. But look at what the situation of Nigeria. Knowing fully that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Nigeria, anything that affects Nigeria affects every other Africa. But you can see the situation of Nigeria. There was a time in our life before 2015 where this APC and come to power. You see, Nigeria was growing, economy was fast growing. We were one of the best in Africa. Where all those African countries they run to Nigeria to sing for greener pasture. But as I speak to you, reverse is the case. Many Nigerians now go to Ghana, they go to Benue, they go to Cotonou, they go to Cameroon to go and look for greener pasture. So as we speak now,
but is Nigeria still the giant of Africa?
We are a giant in population, but we are not giant in economy. We are not giant in terms of securing the people. We are just giant in population. And they say, as they used to say, that a fool at 40 is a fool forever. It's not about age. Age is a number. By that we have the number, the population. Is it working? And how many investors that is coming to Nigeria? That's what the population we have. They are not coming. They rather go to a place who is up to 5 million to go and invest. Because their life is secure, their business is secure. So what I tell you are indirectly, directly, we are not my giant of Africa. We have been put aside.
A Ghanaian journalist lambasted Nigeria and is saying that Nigeria many poor people, insecurity. But people are asking that the Ghanaian journalist should ask for apology. He has not apologized to Nigerians. What can you say? People are asking him, you must apologize to Nigerians for calling them a poverty nation and a place of insecurity. Do you think that that man should ask for forgiveness?
Of course, just as in this world we find ourselves, the truth is always bitter. And you can see that's why the governor of Lagos, Sowolu, took his time and water Peter Obi down, because Obi speak to the truth to the world. Nigeria is the capital poverty of the world. It's on the internet, so it's everywhere. The release they are releasing about the Nigerian government, are you not seeing this? It's obvious. So the young man from Ghana have not said anything wrong. He said what is happening in Nigeria. If Nigeria is good, he will praise Nigeria. Nigeria is bad now. Won't you say it? The way Nigeria's situation is. So the fact is that we just that the people don't like the truth. What the Ghanaian man said is true, because even the killing that is killing that's happening in Nigeria is also affecting the African country. Now you can see that Ghana is overpopulated because Nigeria are tripping into Ghana. Have you seen a few times ago that Ghanaian people too want to take a protest? Nigeria must go. Nigeria must leave out Ghana. The same way we did to them many years back. So for a young man to come out and speak in that kind of manner, you should know that Nigeria is, even if it's convenience, in South Africa it happens too, where they give vote to Nigerian people over there, because when Nigeria move over to their country, Nigeria do what they are not doing, and the envy will come. For me, the Ghanaian man has not speak anything wrong.
As of March this year, Nigeria's population is more than half the total population of West African countries. More than half. This means on any given day, the influx of Nigerian citizens to any West African country will easily swallow up the entire local population. This is why every country in West Africa needs to have a say in what goes on in Nigeria, on the backdrop of the fact that they like to travel, ladies and gentlemen. They like to move, and they are moving in numbers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, two major situations are making Nigeria look scary to the rest of Africa, especially the neighboring West African countries. And I said two major things. But first, let's put aside the lack of stable electricity and inflation for now. Those are regular problems everywhere that every country in Africa has to deal with. However, the two worrisome situations brewing in Nigeria, which threatens the sovereignty of other African countries, has to do with the religious extremism and poverty. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to again hold back on the insults for now, and also put down your bias glasses and hear me out for a minute before you come in. Are you aware of the number of Islamist jihadist groups operational in Nigeria as of 2025? Let me give you the list, ladies and gentlemen. It started in the year 2000 with Boko Haram, whose aim is to establish an Islamic state in Nigeria. Then the first splinter group from Boko Haram, called Ansaru, was formed in 2012. After Ansaru came the next splinter group called Islamic State West Africa Province, aka ISWAP, which started in 2016. Darul Salam also came in from the Niger Delta, and then the multiple Fulani militant groups came in. Just when we thought these groups were too many to handle for one country, then we hear of a group originally from Mali and also operational in Niger moving in to Nigeria. They are called Lakurawa. The situation appears to get worse by the days, from one bad jihadist group to a worse group. Ladies and gentlemen, is Nigeria becoming, or already become, the main breeding ground for all terrorist groups in Africa? What's going on here? When other countries are thinking of ways to create conducive environment to entice foreign investment, Nigeria is rather enticing terror. Let me ask you this: what conditions are making the northern part of Nigeria so enticing to these groups in the first place? Because this is where almost all of them are situated. Every day I read the news in Nigeria, I get terrified every time, because the spillover of these groups will directly enter all the nearby countries. These are countries in West Africa. This may include the splinter groups moving to other countries, or the citizens of Nigeria abandoning their own homeland for another. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a serious issue that needs immediate continental concern. Nigeria is a friend of Ghana. Nigeria is a part of ECOWAS. When they are moving into your country, we cannot turn them away. But when a million moves in at one time, what then becomes the fate of the host nation's security, sovereignty, and economy? And this can happen on any given day, ladies and gentlemen. And what actually terrifies me is this: I don't see any real political actions or steps taken by the leadership of the country to deal with the situation. You don't hear of the presidency talk about strategies. You don't hear of governors talk plans, and senators the same. Where are the marches, ladies and gentlemen, and the demonstrations on the streets to force the hand of the government to face it head on? Where are they? It's like the fate of the people in this country is in individuals' hands. Those with the resources may hire armed officers for their personal security, and those who don't have to live carefully and away from certain hotspots. Ladies and gentlemen, is this the best Nigeria can do in their own country? Day in, day out, all we hear is kidnapping, robbery on buses and even on trains, village killings, and so on. Is this ever going to change in Nigeria in the nearest possible time? Nigeria currently ranks 10 on every type of crime list in the world. Talk about cybercrime, organized crime, financial crimes, and extremism. You will find them on the top 10 list of all of them. What type of society are you building? On the criminality index on ocindex.net, you are 6th out of 193 countries, 2nd out of African countries, and number 1 in West Africa. You are ranked 19th among the least peaceful countries in the world, and nothing shows it bothers you, especially they that hold power in the country. Naija, what's up? When you finally get the chance to vote for a president who may bring a difference to the country, you reject it. You vote the same type of leadership in every election, and the problems continues. Why won't you try change? Why can't the people try what Ghana did? You come out in your numbers, you create your own coalition centers, you protect the ballot boxes at all costs, and ensure a free and fair elections for once in your lifetime. Because if you as a regular Nigerian don't like what's going on in your home country, you have to do something about it. Ladies and gentlemen, that cannot be done by anyone else but yourselves, unless it benefits you. What's the ultimate goal here? When you have chosen democracy as your system of governance, and it's only making life a living hell for the majority of the people, what is the plan, ladies and gentlemen? This is disturbing. Now, on to the second situation that is of equal concern as the first. This is about the level of poverty in Nigeria. You have more than 40% of your total population living below the global poverty line of $2.15 per day. That's more than 100 million people, ladies and gentlemen. That's a national security crisis. To have more than 100 million people who don't spend up to 3,300 naira in a day is problematic for the state's economy and for the people themselves. And here is how. The 3,300 naira per day will include your transport fare in and out to work if you have one, or to school, your breakfast, your lunch, your supper for one person. And so when that's not possible for more than 100 million people, then there isn't much these 100 million people are doing to contribute to the economy of the local state. People must work, produce, buy, pay taxes, and all of that, which runs the local economy. And that explains why countries whose citizens spend more do better than countries which citizens spends less. This is economic fact. Economic activities thrives off of demand and supply, buying and selling. And so when purchasing power drops, supply power is affected. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition to that is the low rate at which Nigeria's economy is growing. With the kind of population you have and expected to have in the next 10 years, your economy cannot survive on a single digit economic growth in a fiscal year. Currently in Nigeria, your country is growing on an average rate of 3.4%. 3.4%. That's super slow for your size. You need to move that thing to more than 10% per annum and sustain it over a decade to meet the surge ahead. Your country's population is projected to hit 290 million in the next 10 years, and that's adding at least 50 million more people to what you have now. So the pace you are running will have to change immediately. From 2020 to 2023, the average unemployment rate was over 39% of the capable workforce until last year, when the new administration by Tinubu had to revise the method for calculating to reduce it to now 5.3%. Whether that is accurate or not, the reality of the people hasn't changed, and that's a huge problem. Ghana and every other country for that matter have our own problems to deal with, but at least not with the numbers Nigeria comes with. The very fact that these two situations I've just described has a direct impact on all neighboring countries is what has triggered me to do this video, because the rise and success of Nigeria is in the interest of all African countries. In the same way, the fall and demise of Nigeria is detrimental to all African countries, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, whether it offends your pride as a successful Nigerian who doesn't like your country being talked about in a negative light or not, that's not only up to them or you to determine what others may say, because once there is a problem in your country, everyone will feel the impact. Just like it said, when Nigeria sneezes, every African country catches cold. Folks, I want to read your opinion on this matter without insult. So let's hear from you. And